dang it. Am I ever going to get to start this properly? Hello,
No.
everyone, and welcome to Nafinian Nexus Reborn. I'm your officially appointed game master, Elzoru. Okay,
I like how almost all of us said in sync, no.
Nah, but I gotta go get this link to everyone real quick, or at least put it in my status. Popped that into my status. Ooh.
Excuse me.
How would you like to wake up being hugged by 1,000 tiny clowns?
No.
I would definitely get all of them off, put them into a tub, and set the tub on fire. So, yeah, no. That's just how much I hate clowns. I don't want to be hugged by itty-bitty tiny ones. I don't want to be hugged by any that look like the borrowers. No.
I guess you don't clown around.
The only clown I want, well, clowns that I want in my life
Or us.
are, well, aside from you guys, are my dad, my man, and my cats. And my friends and I. Those are literally the only clowns, because at least we don't fucking dress up like... At least we don't dress up like them. Circus clowns literally give me the creeps. The movie with the clowns from outer space, that just creeped me out. So I never even watched it.
I haven't seen that one, but I hear it's creepy.
Well, let me tell you something. At the age of 8 or 9 is when I started being scared of clowns.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all due to it.
It was due to what? You cut out.
A nightmare.
Ah.
Ooh.
I've never been afraid of clowns. I've always been afraid of spiders, though.
Let's see. I think my arachnophobia started kicking in when I was, like, 12.
Spiders don't bother me much.
I'm not sure when mine kicked in, but when it kicked in, it sure as hell did.
Like, mine was because there was a 1 1/4 inch long spider running after me in the dark while I was outside alone trying to think.
I think I have a fear of falling, but I also like climbing up high places. One of my favorite activities is rock wall climbing.
Anyway, let's begin the game, please.
Yes, let's begin.
Yes, I think I kind of remember where you guys left off. I think you left off sleeping in a little whole kind of village or something.
They were in the local inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
You guys were in the local inn. I ended up
goblins.
I ended up back alley gambling, winning, and then going back into the carriage because, well, skeleton.
And also, we found out that the local priest is banging one of those gamblers' wives.
And the local priest is apparently a lindworm.
Okie dokie then.
Yeah.
No, you cannot have a freaking piece of cookie. No, get down.
Your cat just loves to mooch your food.
My cat is a sugar addict on top of a food hog. So yeah, he really does.
Just tries to nom 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 nom.
Well, the cuter thing is my fat cat Oreo likes eating banana.
Aw.
That is cute.
Does Oreo like Oreos?
Well, he's a black and white tuxedo, so yeah.
I used to have a,
And he literally
I
looks
mean-
like he has a messy milk mustache.
aw. A friend of mine recently got a kitten named Gomez who has a silly mustache.
Aw. And now, back to the game.
Yes, please. By all means.
So yes, you guys are in the tavern. I'm in the carriage, not sleeping because skeleton.
And her employer, her Askarua, is sleeping in a suite to himself. Or at least he was until morning, but you get the idea.
Makes sense. He's the one with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's hiding something.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yes, morning.
Money, 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 it's all you need.
Anyways,
Star's gonna get up early and stretch in the sunlight.
Before you guys leave this village to continue heading east, you notice a shop that you're pretty sure wasn't here last night. Manned by an albino Lindwer, her woman.
Zesk pokes his head out of the carriage and just stare just for a moment before, or just looking left, looking right, making sure no one's gonna fucking scream at the side of him.
And there's no clergy around.
Yeah, is there anyone who's gonna scream heresy as he steps out?
You don't see anyone who looks like a cleric.
He will slither out. Wait, is this a stand or an actual shop?
It's a stand. Like, it's a stand.
It'd be the goods before he actually shows any proper interest.
What you see are what look like bars of pure or metal. Specifically, bars of pure gold, silver, and platinum, as well as some fairly decent jewelry. As well as a few who cut gemstones.
He is going to slither out of the carriage and up to the stand. Hello, peasant.
Star is going to go with you for the sake of deniability. So, like, if anybody comes around saying, like, skeleton, I can cover for you.
Slithers up. Hello, peasant, as he just pops up in front of the stand.
She kind of looks you up and down. Hana, Kosa, Hayasa, Hate, Here, Hes.
Translation for the player, because I'm pretty sure he understands whatever language that was.
He does not. That was Tekalean, which he actually doesn't speak.
He recognizes it as Tekalayan, though, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. You know the language, but you know it when you hear it, but you don't know how to speak it.
Unfortunately, he can. Unfortunately, peasant, I do not understand Tekalayan. I'm of Anylkah descent.
Well, with as rude as you were, B, you could have fooled me. You may not be from Tekale, but you certainly got the spirit of being casually rude. Anyway, translation for you. Who depends on which translation you want. Do you want the common translation or the he rather her bizarre literal translation.
Give me both. I'm not a stranger to the bizarre. As you can probably guess.
Well, the common translation is sun's peace. The literal translation is something to the effect of peace of the fire in the sky.
Ah, yes, I am familiar with the literal translation of that one. Peace in the fire. Peace of the fire in the sky to you as well, little peasant.
Heh.
It shows genuine curiosity in the goods.
I see you've taken a liking to my goods. These are
I have an eye
Fire in the sky. Oh, you mean the sun?
Yes.
looks at him. Looks back to the goods and just shakes his head. He looks back to the shopkeep. I have an eye for quality. I used to be a bit of a entrepreneur myself.
I see. Well, as long as your money is good, you can go ahead and buy from my shop. I'm not one to discriminate against a customer who's got money. Then again, I suppose that's just the spirit of Anylkah, isn't it? Just kind of smirks as she says that.
To the richest goes the power.
Yes, granted I don't live here. I live back in Tikale. I just kind of wander around doing merchant stuff. I have thought about moving here, though. Mostly because things are a bit weird back home.
Yeah, what's going on in the ancestral lands?
So apparently, back home there is an uptick in weird supernatural undead shit.
Star just turns and looks at Zesk.
Doesn't look at you, but puts one hand to your mouth. Puts one finger to your mouth. Not a word.
Though, then again, considering I'm talking to an actual skeleton, I guess weird undead shit is happening here too, although the skeletons that attacked me back home wanted to kill me.
Is albinoism still a rare condition amongst our people?
Yes, it is. Part of the reason I like to wander.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a place to set up eventually. I did. I was an albino myself.
Ooh.
I was set up in what I am being told as of it is the old, air quotes, capital of Anylkah.
Casually nods.
You had skin?
Are any of these jewelry pieces enchanted?
Oh, I don't deal in magic, sweetheart. I just hold the gold bar, or as well, gold, silver, platinum, etc. And anything else I happen to pick up that people traded me for them.
Anything particular about any of these pieces of jewelry as he's looking?
Well, you'll be interested to know that I made some of these rings myself.
Very nice craftsmanship. Very nice. Are they actually nice craftsmanship, Al?
They're decent. And, you've seen better, but you kind of get the idea that this woman is a hobbyist, and for someone who's doing this as a hobby and not as a professional, this is actually really good.
Very good quality for, I'm assuming, hobbyist?
You'd be right. I don't have the equipment to go pro with it.
What sort of equipment do you need?
A forge for the metal, for one.
Yeah, mostly that. Smith's tools in general would be nice, really.
Some jeweler's tools to set gems into the jewelry.
That too, yes. I'll
You
probably
need-
get them eventually, but frankly, I'm not all that interested in doing it professionally. I like doing this for fun.
What do you do for profession?
I sell shit. I'm a merchant.
So, do you sell other stuff aside from the jewelry?
Did you not see the literal gold, silver, and platinum ingots? I also happen to deal in trades. And I'm willing to trade you some of the things that other people have traded me. And I've also got some other things from our homeland as well. For example, real Tekalayan silk.
Do they pull out some of the Tekelian silk?
Yep.
Ooh.
It's not the best kind of silk you can get. But it absolutely reeks of home. By which I mean it mostly smells like sand.
Does
Sand?
have a smell?
It does if you're a lindworm.
Huh.
I do miss the smell.
I've heard some people say that sands from different places have a bit of a different smell to them. I wouldn't know personally.
I suppose that would make sense. Different environmental conditions, levels of moisture.
I also brought a few sticks of incense, but those are for my pleasure. Just casually lights one of them to spread the scent of lavender in the air. The gems are a bit of an interesting one. Those aren't from Tekala. Tekala isn't very rich in gems. No, I got was trading with a few wyvern folk who came across my cart. Because wyvern country is apparently very rich in gemstones.
Would Zesk have visited Wyvern Country before?
I mean, there's a decent chance he could have gone there, although the trek there probably would have been very annoying, and he might have been taken aback by the humidity of it. After all, a good chunk of it is in the jungle.
Ah, but moisture's good for shedding.
Yes, sometimes a bit too good. Like, I imagine at times you would have felt like you were shedding even when you totally weren't.
I've been to Wyvern Country. Particularly good for a vacation spot during shed season.
Oh, I bet. I heard that there's a desert in the middle of Wyvale somewhere, where a bunch of our people will live.
Is that area particularly mountainous?
What, you mean Wyvale? Yes.
The desert could be a rain shadow.
It probably is. Out of character, you're absolutely correct. It is a rain shadow.
Yay!
Let me guess, a spot literally in the shadow of a mountain range?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The mountain range can block off clouds, causing one side to be particularly wet and the other side to be particularly dry.
Interesting. I would
Yeah.
not have known this.
Yeah, that's how a lot of deserts form. I believe
Neat.
that's actually how the Mojave Desert works.
And I suddenly want to play New Vegas now. Thanks.
Lol. That can wait, though.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Hey, so, you're gonna buy something? Maybe give me something to trade, or are you just here to window shop?
I am mostly here to uh keep my friend here company in case people start looking for him.
Not a fan of the clergy, as you can imagine.
Yes, I can imagine that. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the clergy either, but that's mostly because I haven't had the best of luck with them in general. Actually, my luck in general is usually pretty bad. There's a reason I'm called Sincere the Unlucky.
Oh, that's sorry to be on the nose, but unfortunate.
One of my oldest memories was getting mistaken for another woman with the same name as me who had committed a serious crime. I was like 8 at the time, so you can imagine my confusion. And the local town guard came to my mother demanding to know where her Cecile was, she pointed at me, and they had to sort of explain themselves for why they were looking for someone who, I remind you, was 8 at the time.
They were looking for somebody who looked exactly like you and had your same name?
I never said they looked like me, just that they had the same name.
So they assumed.
I thought I remembered you saying that they looked
Nope,
like...
there was
Never
never
mind.
mention of that.
Nope, that was never mentioned.
Okay.
So they
My mistake.
assumed.
Exactly.
Peasants.
It's honestly just that kind of thing just kind of happens to me. I guess that's just what happens when her name is essentially the new version of the name Sisilek that nobody wants to give their kid anymore.
Would Zesk know why no one wants to call their kid Sisilek?
I'm gonna say, hey, no, to err on the side of caution.
Why would no one name their child Sisilek? Even I'm out of
Stares
the
at
loop
you
on
for
this one.
stares at you for a second. Oh, right, you're not from the homeland. Right. So, there was a queen who went by that name at one point, who later became a vampire, ruled with an iron fist, and drained her subject hexa of blood and the will to live, essentially.
Oh, another undead lindworm. She sounds like a peasant.
You keep using that word. I don't know if you know what that word means.
Someone lesser than you. Someone lesser than the individual will stay eating the word, or to be it by a monetary or status. Its values. I am well aware of what the word peasant means.
But you use it constantly.
Yes.
So everybody?
Do you have any idea who I was when I was alive?
You know, I should have asked that.
Exactly. This is on you. Ooh, pat.
All right. All right. Yeah, that's on me.
I was almost the most powerful man in Anylkah.
Wow. That's pretty
Anyway.
impressive.
Anyways, Would you allow individuals to try these rings on before purchasing? Make sure they fit and all that.
I don't suppose there's any harm in it, so long as you don't run off with them.
He's actually going to take one of the bones that make up his hood. Are those removable from the snake skeleton, or are those attached to the spine?
Those are part of those are like ribs, I guess.
So attached to their spinal columns.
Yeah.
He's going to spin one of his. He's going to turn one of his vertebrae so he has a better view of the spike, and he'll actually try to put one of the rings on there. Ooh, that's a nice fit. Maybe if I get enough to make the whole hood section like this. It puts it back in again. Just okay, so that size works for that particular section. Just tries different sizes on different sections of his hood areas. If I'm like this, I might as well make all of me look as glorious as I am.
Sir, you do realize that any rings, even ones made by someone who is admittedly an amateur, is going to run you quite a bit.
What are your base prices for a single ring?
Well, for her just regular gold ring with no gemstones inlaid, typically I'd charge 15 gold, which, if you know her rings, is quite a steal, honestly.
It is.
For one inlaid with a gem, which admittedly I don't have many of, since, as I say, I don't really have the proper tools to do that very often. I usually pay again a very generous 50 gold, or potentially more depending on the gem.
How many rings do they have with them at the time on the stand?
He happens to have 12. 2 of which are inlaid with gemstones. And that's just the gold rings. There are also exactly 4 platinum rings that do not have gems on them.
How much are you charging for the platinum?
Also, 50 gold, because, well, platinum, it's quite premium. You know how it goes. I might be an amateur, but girls gotta make money.
I am also a bit of an artist myself. Would you be willing to trade art for art?
Depends on how good you are, sweetheart.
I'll take out a couple of my painted canvases.
She kind of looks over one of them. I don't know why, but this one reminds me of my father.
Huh.
Was this a you hated your father or loved your father scenario?
It's a bit of both.
Classic Lindworm.
I am not entirely sure what to take from that, especially since it's a nature and landscape painting.
I think it reminds me of him because I know for a fact he would have loved it.
Ah. Would you like it?
What the hell? Just kind of gives you 3 of her rings for it. Here you go, kid.
Thank you.
Don't trade them all in one place.
She has exactly 2 platinum rings, correct?
Exactly 4.
4 platinum rings? I thought you said she had 2 platinums.
No, I said 4 the first time. I'm not sure where you got 2.
You said 2 of something, I swear.
I said
She has
had
2
12
left.
gold. No, not anyone to the left. She buys gold ones. Yeah, she has 12 gold rings. Maybe that's where you got the 2?
Let's see.
Thank you for specifying what kind of ring.
Uh-huh.
I'll purchase one of your platinum rings.
Well, so be it then.
You said that was 50 gold, yes?
That's correct.
He's gonna look over the rings for a moment. How good are the quality on these particular rings?
About as good as you can expect from an amateur, really.
So not bad at all, especially for platinum.
Yeah, like, honestly, this is a steal. Well, at this price.
What would the average price for these quality in platinum be?
So, for a ring of this quality in platinum, you'd usually be running right around, well, depending on the dealer, anywhere between 75 and 100 gold.
He's actually going to pull out his pouch and count out his gold, and he's going to give her 75. You're undercharging for your quality.
Oh, come on. I mean, I'll take it. Thank you very much, but well, I hardly think my work is worth that much.
This level of quality, every from someone of your skill, well, the average price would be anywhere between 75 and 100 in gold.
Huh? You know,
especially
your stuff.
in platinum. As I said, I was once almost the most powerful man in Anylkah, and power here is measured purely in wealth and commerce.
I know that much. Yeah, Her Highness. Takes the money.
Didn't quite get there. So thank you, noodle girl.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. Just puts the money in her coin pouch.
Apologies, an endearing nickname I tended to give my fellow Lindwer that passed through my shop.
Huh.
No Lindworm is a true peasant unless they've brought themselves quite low. And he's actually going to reach up for his staff, uncurl one of the finger bones that's holding that little orb, and slip the ring onto that, and then close the finger back up. Because of the way it's shaped, you can actually see the ring.
That is disturbing. I did not need to see that today.
I might need to get back into imbuing and put some magic into that later.
Uh-huh. Well, if that's all, then sun's peace to you.
And sun's peace to you.
I hope you have a great day.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
What was her name again?
Her name was Cecile.
And who was saying, alright, loser?
Yeah, also her. Just like, alright, loser. Here's coming get you her fine goods from Takale. This year's kind of just yelling for customers. Like you do.
And you were getting at me for being rude?
I never said I wasn't. I am from the motherland, after all.
Ah! Ah! Just raspy skeleton laugh. Excellent. Gonna slither down the rest of them. It's gonna slither along and look at some other market stalls while we're waiting for the others.
Yeah. Speaking of the others, what is everyone else doing?
I think at this point, Cat's come to investigate the incense.
Ha, fair enough. It smells like lavender.
Yes.
Ah, I love lavender. I will be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Okay. What is Carlia
Speaking
doing?
of
Carlia is somewhere after wandering off a tiny bit, eating a slice of cake.
Ah. Cute.
Which I'm actually doing right now, so kind of fitting.
Also cute. Also, Blue, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
I have actual lavender bush outside.
I'm
Oh,
allergic
that's
to
neat.
lavender. It gives me a really severe headache.
Oh, I'm sorry to
That's
hear
too
that.
bad. That's very sad.
Not really. Like, I can tolerate lavender when it's a scent mixed with other stuff, like vanilla or lemon.
Hmm.
Or if it's in a drink, like the zero sugar vitamin water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lavender's not something you usually just get by itself.
I literally can't get it by itself because otherwise I'll get migraine-like headaches. And I'm literally the only one in my family that has never gotten an actual migraine out of the blue.
Hmm.
That was close.
Can I help you, Alley Cat? It is a bottle of water. You got a problem with that?
Alright. I think we're gonna have. I think I'm gonna put my desk in stand-up mode for now.
Yeah.
Ika? Because fuck it, I can do that.
Cool.
Why you were at the soup store? Fuck you.
I
That's
think
a
for the
classic.
game I'm gonna be playing my Switch.
Try not to get too distracted by anything. You never know when you might be needed.
I said after the game.
Indeed.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm just torn between Pokemon Violet or one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Personally, I would recommend the new Pokemon games. They are fun.
Oh yeah, they're fun. Kinda broken, but fun.
I mean, none of the glitches have undermined the enjoyment of the game for me.
I haven't
Same
had
here,
any
except for that one time where it
Pokemon Violet.
crashed.
I haven't had any glitches in Pokemon Violet.
I've had a few, but the ones I did get were absolutely fucking hilarious.
I remember I had this one glitch where I was just stuck in the falling animation for a while, and then the game realized it was stuck and set me back somewhere.
And I saw a Golduck walk in midair.
BRB.
Okay. So, Cat, what are you doing besides apparently getting high on lavender or scent?
I guess he's gonna start exploring.
Alright. There's not a whole lot to explore. It's kind of a small village. But and it seems like it's one of those... It's kind of got this, like, small town, everyone knows everyone, and kind of vibe.
For a second, I was getting lavender and lilac mixed up.
Heh.
Ha ha ha.
Wrong group, sweetie.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, don't let me interrupt you.
Yeah. You come across... Oh, so it looks like a small group of people who are just surrounding a small shrine.
Just gonna quietly sit and watch.
They may make small offerings of jade to the idol on the shrine, which, well, fun fact, looks like this. I just realized I should show the people watching, whoever those may be.
Probably.
So yeah, that's just Zesk.
Oh,
Who isn't
that's
doing it at
spooky
the moment,
looking.
didn't he? Yes, it is.
Oh.
Also, we have a viewer, apparently. Hello, viewer.
Hello, viewer. I hope we are entertaining.
And hopefully Zesk comes back before too long. I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll be fine.
I guess.
Whatever the case, it seems like these people are just kind of casually worshipping just this idol that is essentially just a rock that is made to look like a wyvern skull. Ah, there's that.
They worshipping.
I think
I guess.
my computer reset itself and updated itself while I was in the bathroom.
Huh. Weird.
Wouldn't be the first time there was an update pending that decided to do it itself, but caught me off guard.
Yeah, wrong timing.
What's that? Okay, what's with the skull?
Okay, so Cthulhu just came across a small group of worshippers who are leaving offerings to an idol in that shape. The idol is made of stone, it just happens to look like a skull.
Looks like a skull, you say?
Yes.
Worshippers, you say?
Mm-hmm. They're leaving offerings of jade on it.
Okay. Thanks for the recap.
Cat. Yeah. Cat's gonna walk over and gently tap on one of their shoulders and just ask what they're doing.
Sorry
Oh.
that I'm not replying to anything right now. I'm currently feeding 3 screaming cats.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Basically what he said. You were yeah, you said you were poking on the shoulder. Hey, we help you.
What is that idol you're praying to?
Oh, this is an idol of Amorini. We don't have the resources around here to make a temple to him. So a shrine will have to do.
What is this, Omarini?
Amorini. He is the Waivele Higa out of the dead.
Hmm.
He's
Why are you?
also known for getting extremely, extremely drunk. Which is why he has someone bringing him an offering of wine, though they're late.
And why do you pray to this god of death?
To keep safe from undead monstrosities, of course. Especially ghosts.
Since Zesk is wandering around, could he happen to upon this by chance?
I mean, there's no reason why he couldn't.
Slithers up. Hello, peasants. What are we talking about?
And
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh,
gonna
Ted.
face palm.
I'm sorry. They say it protects us from undead menaces or something like that, and I just had to. Can you blame me?
No, I
can't.
can't blame you.
Yes,
Wait, what was that?
I can.
Al, what was that?
I mean, on the one hand, and yes, I mean, technically speaking, we can blame you for it, but on the other hand, and I totally get it.
It's hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I imagine Cat is just gonna face palm as he comes over.
Oh, why the disappointment to see me, cat?
The timing.
Looks to the others.
They are getting ready to grab torches, pitchforks, and also weapons coated with jade.
Star is going to.
Does Jade do anything?
Not to a skeleton. Okay, so the thing about jade in this world is that jade actually has one particularly special property. It can actually be used to make weapons hit non-corporeal entities.
So it's not gonna really be all that different in hitting a skeleton.
No, and if you use jade as an armor, it resists necrotic damage.
Interesting.
Holds
But
up
also
his sack. Hey, back off! I'm corporeal.
It speaks?
They were praying.
Yes, I speak.
They were.
The nerve of some peasants these days.
Star's gonna.
They were
step
praying.
in and say, "Don't worry, everyone. It's a puppet."
How dare you insult me like that?
Oh. They must be here for that puppet show. Oh. Don't scare us like that. They start putting away their torches and pitchforks. Someone also...
He looks very indignant skeleton right now.
Someone also throws a flag, and that is his head.
Ow.
Meanwhile, one other...
Feels very insulted.
Meanwhile...
Also the fact that...
One final person finally comes in with an offering of wine for the idol, sees Zisk, screams, spills the wine, and trips over himself and falls flat on his face like an idiot.
Was all the wine spilled or not all of it?
They're put it this way, there's not enough wine left in the thing to satisfy anybody.
If I could blink, I swear I would. Because that is just...
I don't know. How deep does that go? Like, I know you don't have eyes now, but could you blink when you were alive on part of being a snake?
That sounds like a DM question.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
The answer is actually yes. Lindworms do in fact have eyelids.
Makes sense. Live in a sandy area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, lindworms can blink. All the peasants! And slithers off. Slithers back to the carriage.
Thank you for attending my show, everyone.
Calls me a...
Just very frustrated peasants. And leaves.
Oh, that's so dumb. In the carriage, you find that your employer is actually waiting. Ah, Zesk, there you are. Could I bother you to go grab the others? I think we should be.
I've got two of them. I've got two of them right near me. And why would you have me do it? You were the one who wanted me to stay out of sight.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, let's get
I can go get the rest of them.
Next
do,
thing you
Star.
guys know, Carlia is tapping on the top of the carriage. You rang?
In that case, I will go get Cat Thulu.
Meow Thulu.
Yeah. Alright, so what is Cthulhu doing?
He's
Well, I
happy.
imagine he's just kind of sulking.
Hmm.
Just... He... Calls me a peasant, yet he's undead.
This peasant valley.
I mean, he thinks everyone is. Anyway.
Mm.
Zesk's eyes would be twitching so bad if they could.
Cat's
Okay,
just gonna
we're all
point at
here.
him. Yeah, I think Cat's just gonna point at him. And it's like, you're the one who just walked in the middle of a prayer for protection of undead, okay?
I'm not familiar with their peasant gods. Why would I be?
My
Hmm.
lord.
Neither am I, but But when I'm told to stay out of sight, I stay out of sight.
Alright, hey boy. Alright, girl. Let's get a move on. Is he is kind of ready? Here's his beasts of burden. And you guys are off.
Oh, okay. I thought he was calling us girls for a second.
Haha, no. He was talking to his beasts.
Right, okay.
Speaking of beasts, I also hit a stat block for South Anylkah giant toads, since one of those showed up in the last session.
Do you think that they bought my story about him being a puppet?
I'd assume they did, given they put the pitchforks away. Did you really have to insult me like that, though?
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to insult you, I was just trying to help you out.
They seemed to recognize that I could speak. I'm sure I could have reasoned with them.
Not everybody who speaks is intelligent.
Oh.
Grumbly
I just realized
skeleton
something.
noises.
Also, I just realized something there.
I didn't mean
That,
that about you, I just meant...
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Something I just
You're-
realized about the creature is that are pulling this that Zesk would know. Just the word Baiche, the name for these creatures, was also Middle Anylkah for adorable, which is something that he would absolutely know.
They're not adorable, are they?
They kind of are.
Oh, right, they're like raptor things?
Yeah. Calling them adorable is maybe a bit of a stretch, but they are kind of cute. Also,
They're
slightly
cute?
deadly.
Hmm.
Any hoozles? Let's
Yes.
get on the roozles.
Oh my god.
Anyhow,
I don't know why I said that, it's just the first thing that came to mind, and I had to fill the silence.
Buys, you're ridiculous.
Thank you.
Ooh, pardon me. Goodness.
Indeed.
I grew up as a tomboy, so I'm not even bothered.
Well, after a few hours of nothing happening as you pass through a forest, you come into a grassland, and where you see a very large, and by very large I mean basically he full saw his gingerbread house in the distance.
That cannot be normal. Is anybody getting Fae vibes from that?
It's a large
Witch.
house. Yes?
Well, yeah, it's a gingerbread house, but it's the size of a normal house, is what I was trying to say.
Oh, absolutely.
much like
You're getting
house.
Fae vibes.
Pretty much like the gingerbread house in Hansel and Gretel.
that's actually why I said witch.
I guess
What do you
that
suppose
is
this is?
really out of the ordinary.
This was definitely not here the last time. Zesk traveled through the area over 1,000 years ago.
Oh,
Makes
Well, then that
certainly
would be
not.
Not
some
1,000. Not 1,000. How many years old is he again? 600?
600
I think it
or
was
so, yeah.
like 800.
He's like 600 or so years old.
Yeah, 600. It's what it was. And so this is definitely
Had,
not there. This was definitely not there
if it
before.
had been there, then that would be some very stale bread.
This was not here 600 years ago.
One very, very stale cookie.
We're avoiding this, right?
I would sure
I mean-
hope so. I mean, I already had a slice of cake today.
You had cake?
Hmm.
You guys didn't realize until I tapped on the top of the carriage that I was gone?
Go on, just not what
Go
you're
on,
doing.
the door to a gingerbread house opens up, and a gingerbread person and comes out, then immediately goes back in when it notices you.
What? What?
Do not get close.
Have I ever heard of this phenomena?
Actually, yes. Even when you were alive, candy golems were a thing. They were rare.
Oh!
They were a thing.
Oh, that's a candy golem.
Specifically a gingerbread
Candy
golem, but, why split hairs?
Golem.
Well, a gingerbread golem to be specific if you want to get technical, but yes, that is a sweet golem. Now,
Huh.
was there anything in particular about them other than just being rare, Al?
I mean, not
Like,
really.
are they
You haven't-
sentient? Are they not?
It depends. Although, it is worth noting that candy golems, more than any other kind of golem, seem to have a tendency to gain sentience on their own.
These tend to gain insentience fairly often, so this might actually be a good thing.
If it's a candy golem and it lives in a house made of gingerbread, then is the house made of flesh or is the golem made of house?
He's
They're both
screaming.
made of
He does not know.
They're both made of gingerbread. Why are you asking this?
Looks at Starry. Do not try to cause an existential crisis about this. Do not. I can see it happening, but do not.
Okay. So I shouldn't go ask them.
Not
That's
that
just confused
particular
about the question.
Not that particular question, no.
Got it.
Why would...
Ugh.
Is the house made of flesh or is the man made of house? He screams because he doesn't know.
And Cash is confused by the question because they're both gingerbread.
How does he not get... How does his house not get eaten by forest creatures?
Probably magic.
Also, I imagine they may attack the whatever tries to eat the house.
Well, I mean, probably, but after a while, their defenses are going to wear down. They can't be on guard 24/7. They have a
Unless there's
light,
several of them.
I guess.
You can't believe I actually get to throw one of these into a game.
So
Looks
what's
to the,
consensus?
The gingerbread house. First thought. Hansel and Gretel.
Looks at the employer. So, your call since you're driving the cart.
I can... As much as I'd like to get it going, I really want to know what this is all about.
Very well. Annoyed desk noises.
To his credit, he does actually get out of the cart to go ask for himself. So, at least he's not just making you guys do all of the dirty work.
Okay, I'm going to filter all of my questions for you, so just tell me if I have a stupid question before I say something.
Yes.
I may make no guarantees. your employer knocks on the door. Keep forgetting this top is also made of mostly metal. Too used to having either a desk or whatever the white table was made of. Anyway. The gingerbread golem opens the door.
Zesk would be out there too.
Yes. If you're here to eat me, please go away.
Oh my gosh, that's what they sound like? I thought it was going to sound more like Jimji. We're not here to eat you, we just are curious is all.
Opens the door a bit more. Curious about what?
Curious about you, I suppose.
Alright, come on in then. Stay out of my shed. I had to say it at least once.
Al, was that last line "stay out of my shed"?
Yes. Yes, it was. As a brony, I'm like 90% sure you get that joke.
Why would you do this?
I don't get it.
Just
Don't
why?
ask.
Because it's Al.
Yeah. Star is now
Because it's
wondering
me.
what is in the shed. Is this gingerbread man a serial killer?
Ha ha. Destroys the serial corpse.
Star is going to lean over to Zesk and ask, should I ask him why we should stay out of the shed?
What am I, your keeper?
I told you I was going to filter stupid questions.
Does he have any knowledge of there being a record of just candy golems in general not wanting people in their sheds?
Not to your knowledge? This is
You want to ask him? Ask him. That is your prerogative.
Is there a reason we should stay out of your shed?
If you must know, there was a skunk in there. It sprayed all over everything. It smells like skunk in there, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good reason to stay out of the shed.
Is insight a skill in this? I forget.
Yes, it is.
Is the shed also made of gingerbread?
Of course it is.
Where do you get the gingerbread to build with?
I bake it, of course. I have a garden of wheat and ginger in the back.
Oh. What is the oven made of?
Stone bricks.
Okay, that would track.
Not everything can be made of gingerbread, kid.
Not everything can be made out of gingerbread, kid.
That is, yes. That would make sense.
You have no idea how tempted I was to say gingerbread.
Who made you? Who got him?
Gingerbread.
No. Okay, give
The
me a second.
baker's man.
If it was the Muffin Man on Drury Lane, I swear to God.
There's the Castle Mungo.
This is why I love this group, and I'm a new player to all of this gaming system.
Oh,
I love you guys too.
You
So,
guys just make everything hilarious.
so Al, was it the Muffin Man on Drury Lane?
It wasn't. Give me a second. I need a bit. Okay. I was
Who
bad.
made you? Where are they?
So were you not ready for that one, Al?
Oh my god.
Hey, I thought the pun was pretty sweet.
Oh no.
You are a dirty pun lord.
Hey, these puns are a piece of cake.
This is too much for my pastry white ass.
I think you deserve a punishment for that one.
Oh, come on. That was good.
You broke the dictionary, you thief. How dare you? Anyways,
I thought we were talking about
Well,
gingerbread.
time to go
not
back into the pungent.
pumpernickel.
Okay, one last thing before we actually get back serious and getting back to the game.
Yeah.
I was laughing, and then all of a sudden I heard my man's cat burp right in my head.
What?
Cat
Cat burp.
burped while grooming herself.
Cat burp.
Cats can burp?
Yes, they can burp, they can fart. It really does not sound fun coming out of either end.
I have never seen a cat burp before. And I have had cats all of my
You
life.
don't see it happen, although I have been very vigilant with my cat Oreo. He actually has burped, and it looks just as funny as when a dog burps. Anyway, back to the game.
Yes. I was created by a girl named Sarah in a town over that way where you guys came from. I don't think she's alive anymore. I think they burned her for being a witch.
That is terrible. And also, when she created you, were you
Hold on, I have to call out to the others. Hey, cat peasant! It sticks his head out the door, calls out.
No response.
The gingerbread man was made by a witch. I'm just waiting for that. I knew it.
I knew it.
when she created you, were you cookie-sized, or were you as big as you are right now?
I was made to be person-sized.
Big oven.
Big oven.
She made each of my limbs and torso individually.
Did she give you a reason why you were created?
I was created to be her boyfriend.
Oh.
That is
Little disturbing.
just a bit.
Well, I don't exactly have any place to judge.
I'm sorry about your creator/girlfriend's death. That must have been terrible.
You'd think I'd have been sadder about it, but she was kind of a bitch.
Oh. Is that why she was... Never mind. That probably counts as a stupid question. But at least I know I can filter myself now.
Ooh, pardon.
Thank you for granting me this ability to watch what I say.
You're welcome, I suppose.
Just kind of stares at Buys. You've got some nice feathers.
Thank you. I could.
Are you a
What?
bird?
What?
Are you a bird?
Oh, no. I am a what are they called again?
Empidera.
I am an Empidera. Uh,
Okay.
feathered.
Oh, you're an armpit.
No, not an armpit. I'm a feathered serpent species.
I've never met someone with feathered snakes in their armpits, but that's cool.
Ha!
Sure. Okay. I'll just leave it with that.
That might be the dumbest thing I've ever had an NPC say. Is there anything else, or should you all be on your way?
I suppose I don't have any more business here. Any of you?
Not particularly. Looks to our employer.
I'd say my curiosity is satisfied enough.
Alright, I guess we'll be on our way.
Yes.
Alright, watch out for the wolves. And the goblins. The goblins around here suck.
Oh yes,
but-
we have dealt with goblins recently.
Indeed.
I can't believe I gave this character this voice. Yuga, Hisley, awkwardly leave behind the candy golem.
When Zest gives back to the carriage, he can see that Cthulhu is very deliberately curled up in his spot.
Really?
Why do I just imagine Cthulhu just loafing there he's just a big freaking house cat?
I was imagining him in
Yes,
the
that is
shrimp
exactly what
position.
he's done. In the what position?
Shrimp position, you know, where like the cat like has its is like curled up, but has like their legs stretched out.
Yes. Either one of those works. You know what? The shrimp position actually works better. That way he can take up both spots.
You know what? You can have my seat. I'll just I'll do something else then. I'll get in the back of the carriage.
Carrying that cat is just gonna sit up and then loaf in his own seat. He'll mess with his desk, but Starry hasn't done anything to annoy him yet.
There's more grassland up ahead.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Al.
Yes.
For no reason to other than to satisfy his curiosity, I feel like Cat would use his Eyes of the Wild to detect uh if Zesk had a life force of some sort.
Huh. Remind me again real quick what that Eyes of the Wild does.
Once prolonged rests, a Filian can enter a magical trance state that lasts for 5 minutes. During this time, they can see the life force of living things, able to detect even the faintest life force in a creature.
Well, he does have a life force. It's just everyone else's life force is this kind of soft green color. His life force is vaguely purple.
Hey, Al.
Yes.
The staff? Question mark. Given what it is.
The staff also radiates a faint purple aura. One that feels slightly more malicious.
Cat's gonna remain in this trance for 5 minutes, and once he comes out, he's gonna kind of look at Zesk, and then just kind of nod towards the staff, and just, it has a life force.
Uh-huh.
Concerning.
I didn't kill the
Considering
creature
it's...
that I didn't kill the creature I took the bones from, and given what creature I took them from, it's probably still alive. And hates me.
Mm. Well, the fact that it's malicious, even to this point, more than likely, yes.
He kinda shakes his head.
After a little while longer of traveling, you come across what, to Zesk, is a very familiar, nostalgic sight. 4 obelisks surrounding what looks like a large stone well. Although, you think there's like a whole ass foot of extra soil from last time you were here. Geez, the soil even covered up the most of the stairs since last time you were here. I mean, the stairs were already almost bared when you were here, but damn, you can't even
This is
see
the
where
ruin?
you start. Yes, this is the ruin, all right. Also, when you were here, there are runes around on the quote-unquote well. Last time you were here, they were glowing faintly. Now they're completely dead.
He's going to slither out and head over to the well.
It's very nostalgic. And also
Uh.
very dead.
And this is the ruins?
Yep, this is the first ruins that he visited. And presumably picked clean.
Star's
Now with
gonna
an extra foot of soil on top of it.
He's going to just brush aside the moss and grass and dirt and stuff around the ruins.
Yep.
Maybe on purposely with the hand that has the ring that came from this ruin. Well, rings. He kept 2 of them.
Yeah.
Star is going to start taking a sketch of the ruins.
Anything going on with these?
Not particularly. But like I said, last time you were here, the runes around on the well, those were glowing very slightly. And now they're just not. They are just full-ass dead.
Okay. So, I did backtrack on a decision of mine in between sessions. I did end up going with a level of imbuer.
Huh.
Yeah. So, can I use anything involved? Can I use my knowledge related to imbuer? Or to see what's going on with these, since they were glowing before.
Alright, sure.
He would have knowledge of this stuff anyways from when he was alive.
Yes. And while you can't read the runes since they're in a language that's been dead for longer than you've even existed, you can at least get a decent idea of why they've stopped glowing. And what you can gather, well, the magic, it just kind of needs something to sustain it. Like, it's been going essentially. It's kind of been like a parked car with the lights still on this whole time. Like, it's essentially out of juice.
Did he know what was powering it before? Did he know where the power source was, or at the very least what these runes did?
Star's going to use his sketchbook to write down the runes around the well.
You never were able to figure out what the runes did, but you kind of were able to figure out that the power source for them is somewhere under this structure. You never quite found exactly where, but you're quite certain that whatever it is, it's probably at the bottom of the well. Which no one has ever bothered to dig out because that is a lot of fucking soil and ain't nobody got time for that.
Looks to the employer. These runes used to glow 600 years ago. The magic strained out of them.
Well, that's sad.
Did you bring any excavation equipment?
I did happen to bring 4 shovels just in case we happen to need them.
We're digging out the well.
Alrighty then. Grabs his shovel and starts digging. Time to start excavating.
The power source for these runes should have been underneath. I never got to figure out what it was since I came here alone. Wait, 4 shovels? This implies that you are going to sit out.
Well, I mean... do I look like a guy who's built for shoveling? Just kind of notions to himself, just... I'd just slow you down and you know it.
Hey, Al.
While they're talking about this, Cash is gonna start burrowing downward.
Oh, you have a burrow speed, don't you?
Yeah, it's 2 meters.
Anyway, you were saying, Zesk?
That burrow speed's gonna come in handy, isn't it?
Potentially, yes.
Very.
Zesk is,
Well, I guess the cat didn't need a shovel. That's not that surprising. Well, if no one else is going to be using this, I might as well give it the old college try.
Gonna check to see if tapping his staff to the runes does anything.
Alright. A spark flies between one specific rune from your staff.
Which specific rune?
It hardly matters since you can't read them, but just one of the runes.
Starry.
But for the sake of some sort of idea, the southwesternmost rune.
So it did react.
Yes, slightly, but it did.
Yes, sir. Did you want something?
Ma, I saw you sketching. If you have him sketch up the runes, mark that rune reacted when I touched it with my staff.
All right. I'll put down the shovel to make a note of that. Being able to cast spells, could I use my own magic to cast a spell from the runes?
What spell do you want to try?
Well, whatever spell is contained with the runes that I wrote down in my book. Like, see if I can replicate whatever the spell was that was on the well.
Ah, I see what you're trying to say. Unfortunately, whatever you're trying to cast with that is way too advanced for your level. It also doesn't help that you can't read these damn things.
Oi,
Okay.
cat!
Catch is gonna pop up. What?
I'm gonna be slithering behind you on this one. I want to find out exactly what powers these things.
Alright, just be careful.
Yes,
He's
yes.
gonna go back down the hole.
In the hole.
Going to slither into the hole behind? In the cat.
Don't forget about the hole people.
Hole people?
Old people?
What hole people?
The hole people. Where did they come from? Right,
In the
right in the hole.
I literally just dug this hole. How are there already people down here?
uh... Just at the bottom of the well is a strange crystal vibrating and slightly growing with power that seems to be connected to some sort of device drawing power from somewhere even further below. But when you unearth it, it does shoot a beam upward. It's like a Minecraft beacon.
Oh boy. Cat, what is this?
Well, that's not. I don't know. I'm not the magically inclined one here.
Yeah, fair enough. Going to take a look at the actual thing. I'm assuming everyone else is still up top.
Yes.
Should we roll Arcana?
Oh no, you're fine. The beam doesn't do anything to you. It's just It's just a beam of light.
Cat's just gonna kind of like gently nudge Zesk and be like, "How about we get out of the hole first?"
He's gonna slither to the side so you can get out of the hole. He takes up enough space, as little enough space to where you can do that.
Yeah, she's gonna face Claw, and it's like, "I'm not saying that so for you to move. I'm saying we should probably get out of the hole so others can see it as well. And if we need to, we can get out of here fast, because I don't like the look of that beam."
Well, you go. Well, I'm going to study it a little bit.
Alright, don't blame me when we leave you behind.
And he's going to see if he can identify this thing somehow.
All right.
Like if he has seen anything like this before, because he's been to multiple of these ruins.
Yes. Roll a intelligence history check.
Woo! Intelligence history. Here we go. I do have history as one of my proficiencies, so I have my bonus, obviously.
Yes.
So that is a 17.
Nice. All right, with a 17, yeah, you have seen one of these before. It's harmless. You're not entirely sure what it's for, but you know it's harmless.
He's going to put a hand on it and just kind of look it over.
It's mildly warm to the touch.
Not that I would know.
You think
True.
this beam of light is going to attract attention from, I don't know, anybody nearby?
Further studying the crystal itself, it's an amethyst. Much like the other ones you've seen, it's always an amethyst.
He's going to put his staff over it, specifically so that the orb it's holding, the beam of light will pass through it. See what happens. Everyone stand clear of the well, he calls up.
Much like any beam of light, it's blocked by her staff.
No, did you hear what I just said?
I must not have understood properly.
The orb that the hand section of that staff is holding?
Yeah.
He's going to put it so that is over top so the beam of light can try to shine through it. Because that's essentially a orb of magic there. See what happens.
Okay. The light passes through it. It changes his color to the color of the orb.
No reaction with the beam. Not risking the curse doing anything to this until we find anything. Is this just are we in a is he in a chamber right now? Like, did they actually manage to break into a chamber under the well?
No, this is just something that was at the bottom of the well.
But there's still more underneath, I'm assuming. Like more dirt?
Well, like, there's no more dirt. Like, this thing is...
Oh, so it is brick.
Not even brick, just stone. Extremely well-masoned stone.
Would he be able to... Hey, did you bring any pickaxes? He calls up.
I have some pickaxes.
Slithers out of the well.
When you reach the outside of the well, you notice that her runes are flickering on and off.
Hold on. Going to head back down and knock on the crystal a couple times, percussive maintenance style.
Nah, the crystal is... blinks for a couple of times before going back to full beam.
Slithers back up, checks the runes.
Still flickering. They might need a bit.
Well, uncovering that crystal might have done something. There was no dirt in that well last time, was there? 600 years in all.
There was dirt in it, just not as much.
Points to the cat. You, good job. The crystal? Armless. They're in every one of these ruins. It's drawing power from somewhere, though. Somewhere deeper down. We can either excavate more of the ruin in itself, try to find a way through, or just dig through the well. But I don't want to risk the integrity of the supporting structure around the crystal, necessarily. Slithers out and looks to the ruins again.
That's a very cute cat, by the way, Buys.
Thank you. It is not my cat.
So, yeah. Your employer is now trying to excavate some of the dirt outside of the well. And he digs up some of the stairs I mentioned before. I didn't know there were stairs here.
I did not quite catch that, sorry.
Oh. Your employer is basically trying to help excavate this place by starting outside of the well. Oh, and he dug up a set of stairs that I mentioned Zesk would remember being there, but at this point are kind of completely buried.
Oh, yeah. There are stairs.
How deep does this go?
Let's see. 600 years ago, the stairs were all the way down, so there's down to the base of the stairs. Here.
So I imagine all of you are trying to chip in with this, yeah?
Yeah.
Is Carlia gonna help dig?
I'm sorry, but no, I just filed my nails. So no, I will not be digging.
Well, okay then. What are you going to be doing while everyone else is basically digging up this old ruin?
Probably keep a lookout.
That's as fair an answer as any. Roll perception.
Let's see, perception, that is wisdom, correct?
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to use her shovel as well as my shovel to help me dig faster.
Shovel
Dual-wielded
man.
shovels.
You know what? Gonna try something here. I'm assuming at some point we're gonna get to stone that we need to bust through, correct?
Most likely.
Actually, this might work better on dirt and a shovel. Gonna grab the shovel that... We're gonna grab one of the shovels meant for him, since the cat can just burrow through everything.
I can try to freeze any stone that we come across.
And I'm going to use Initiate's Imbuement to imbue the shovel with sonic damage.
And
That's clever.
my roll for perception was a soft 20.
Nice. With a soft 20, you don't see anything too out of the ordinary. Head for a large bird hunting some field mouse. It's out far from the field.
Okie dokie. Anything else?
I mean, you see a lot of just random background events, but you don't see anything really noteworthy, no.
Alrighty.
Basically, you guys aren't in any danger for the moment. I will, however, let you know if something more dangerous does show up.
So, Zest having imbued his shovel with sonic damage.
It
Unless
now
he
vibrates slightly.
Oh wait, he needs imbuer's tools, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kinda would.
Damn it. Any chance he would have still had those on him from when he was buried?
Afraid not. Wouldn't have been in his starting equipment.
Shit. Can he makeshift imbue this somehow? Like, can he replicate what he needs, in a way?
He might be able to from some of your benefactor or stuff.
Gonna look through the supplies that was brought with us.
Yeah, you think you can make a makeshift set of imbuer's tools with these?
Put this together there, strap that together. A little bit of a vine to get that, and that should work. And shovel.
Well, it works.
It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not pretty by any means, but it fucking works.
So add makeshift imbuer's tools to my inventory, along with Sonic's shovel.
Yep.
Alrighty, so let's see. Imbuer's tools. Alright, he is going to take this sonic shovel. We'll go over to an area with lots of dirt and see what happens when he digs through the dirt. See if it loosens anything up, blasts some dirt away, what it does.
It does actually help loosen the dirt more. Makes digging both easier and in some way slightly harder.
But it does loosen up the dirt around it.
Yeah, it does.
Does that effect increase with how hard he shoves the shovel into the dirt, or...?
I mean, it would make sense. Granted, it only does so much, but, you know.
True. Okay, so that worked. I still got it. He's gonna see if he can find an entrance into this ruin that might be blocked off by some dirt.
Alright. I want everyone who's digging to roll a straight d20. By which I mean a d20 with no modifiers. Essentially this is just pure luck.
14.
Ooh. Okay. 1 second.
What did you say, Boz?
I didn't say anything.
Oh.
10.
Ah, yes. 10 indeed. Oh, yeah, I gotta roll one of these too. Who for your boss?
Natural 20.
And boss rolls 7. Okay, Cat Thulu. With a nat 20, you're actually the one who finds an entrance to this place.
Zest getting frustrated. Anyone find anything?
I did.
Oh, slithers over.
That's alright.
Here's where it was. The landscape so utterly devoured this place, I hadn't remembered exactly where. Nicely done. Is it covered in dirt?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe.
Well, let's see how this sonic shovel does. and he's gonna just jam the shovel as hard as he can into the dirt.
Well, it certainly he helps. It doesn't take you too long before you manage to dig away enough dirt to actually enter this place, and, well, it's a good thing you can't smell, because those of you who can, oh boy, the stale air coming out of that place.
We never talked about this. Do I have dark vision?
Huh.
We never talked about this. It never came up. Do I, as an undead, have dark vision?
Not by default, no.
Damn. Imbue my skull with dark vision later.
I can imagine you also being disappointed that you don't have that. I mean, sure, you never had it in life, but you would think. I can imagine you being like, you mean to tell me that the undead can't see in the dark? What is this bullshit? I don't know.
I mean, does Cat have it?
I mean, cat is cat. So, yeah.
Cat is cat.
So the torches come out then.
Oh, definitely.
How much light does his staff produce?
I do not have dark vision.
His staff does not produce a whole lot of light, at least certainly not enough to be used as a torch. It's it's more like carrying a faded glow stick.
Alright. He's got a shovel in one hand, staff in the other, and he's got the shovel wrapped up in the end of his tail, little staff in one hand, and a torch in the other.
Can I use
sure.
nature
Just for the
craft?
visual of it.
Can I use nature craft to make like some glowing plants grow into the cavern?
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
You're not strong enough to access bioluminescence.
It'll never be bioluminescent.
Aw.
Alright, let's see. See how much I remember of the layout of this
But I want it
place.
to be shiny.
Yeah. Yes, Zesk is gonna see how much he remembers of this place.
Alright.
I still don't know why you wanted to come here. I told you I picked this one clean.
I mostly wanted to come here to study it for a little while. Not everything is about a treasure, Zesk. Even if this is a Anylkah, where everything basically is about treasure. It's kind of just...
I was about to say, it's Anylkah. Treasure is the language of kings.
Well, you're obviously not one of those.
Wait, what was that line?
Well, you're obviously not one of those.
Don't get smart with me.
Sarcasm's in my nature.
Zesk is gonna try to remember his way around this place.
Well, at the very least, the statues all still look really nice.
Good to see the architecture's intact.
Yep, the arches, the wall carving. Things just... Everything still looks pretty fantastic, even if the entrance is, well, dirty.
Busted.
I'm gonna get a couple of rubbings of the wall carvings.
There
Is it?
is a area up ahead where you can either keep going down on the corridor you're in, or go to a door on the left or a door on the right. But both of these doors are already open, presumably because Zesk didn't bother closing them last time he was here.
Ah, here's where I was before. Let's see. Anything in here I might have missed back then? He's gonna look in the rooms.
In the left room, well, this was a room where you had to get past a pendulum trap.
Is the trap disabled?
If it wasn't, well, you're pretty sure it wouldn't be in working order by this point. You can see the blades. They are rusty as all... Oh, fuck, no way. Hey, those are still working. And even if they were, you got the treasure out of here anyway.
Right, I cleared this room. Looks like the trap is rusted shut. That's good to know. Checks the other room.
And a room to the right is just a room full of statues that you remember fighting some mimics in.
Slams that door closed.
What was in there?
Last time I was here, I had to fight 3 mimics at once in there.
That sounds like a terrible time.
Worst part is I know I grabbed the treasure, but I don't know if I took out all the mimics. Some of them might have been playing dead. Opens the door again. You hear me, you stupid statue wannabes? You peasants? If you're still in here, I remember you.
There it is.
Wanna...
Oh, you were waiting for the next peasants, weren't you?
Yeah.
There, what is?
Nothing, sir.
One of the statue who's Flipsy the bird.
Aha!
I am going to roll a gold coin towards it.
It doesn't do anything for the moment.
Zesk holds his staff out at arm's reach, knowing the curse is going to hurt it if it makes contact. You remember what I did to the others? New toy for that. Poke. Mimic. If it is a mimic, it's going to take the curse damage.
It's Shudder. Hunter. Turns into its weird aberrant mimic tentacle monster. Perform for a bit. It's like...
While it's distracted, by being poked, I'm going to run over quickly, grab the coin that I dropped near it, and run back.
And they call me a penny pincher. And they call me a copper pincher. Mimic body parts are valuable, as I recall, yes?
They probably are. Or in 5th edition, I would imagine. Never really thought about that much in the context of this world.
Are you going to give us trouble?
Okay, back. Let's get out of my room, and I won't cause any trouble.
You can talk, says the skeleton.
Hmm.
Ow.
Awkward. He just continues staring at you. Just...
Staring into the void that is staring back.
Yep. This is surreal.
You fuckers could talk.
Just me, actually.
600 years. Just sitting here.
We kind of got stuck when the dirt caved in.
And you didn't try to relocate it throughout the rest of the... That's it. Nope, I'm done. Oh, wait a minute. As he's about to turn around. Surely you haven't stayed in this one room this entire time.
Oh no, he migrated around the entire place. Or at least we did. And before you... Who killed most of us? Now it's just me.
I might be about to do something stupid.
No need.
Well,
If you're in here, that be...
No, that was out of character.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Hmm. Is there any sort of large magical power source in this ruin?
Yes, but I never found it. I'm presuming it's probably behind the one secret door that I never opened.
The what?
The
Scoured
secret
this
door.
ruin very thoroughly, looking for the last of the treasures. Who's never found this is infuriated. Where?
Okay, I know you know the one room with the one really big, really pretty statue.
Uh-huh. That's where I found the rings.
Well, if you look near the statue's right foot, there's that wall with that one really gorgeous painting. I was able to discern that there was a secret door hidden within that painting. I wasn't able to open it, though. I think it might be magic.
Okay, I'm gonna make a deal with you here. You're tired of being cooped up in here by yourself.
Yes, in fact, I was just thinking, since you guys are in here, that means the dirt must be gone, so I was just gonna leave.
But you're also curious as to what's behind that secret door.
Not curious enough to go with you.
Why?
Because I've been cooped up in here for over 600 years, and I have long since stopped caring.
Well, I've been dead 600 years. How do you like that?
Being dead for 600 years is probably less boring than being trapped in one place for 600 years.
I was
And
trapped
being
underground
conscious.
for 600 years.
Were you conscious during that whole time?
Does he remember his afterlife? If he had one, or did he not have one because curse?
Most of your afterlife was just basically being left in a waiting rooms for the gods to decide what the fuck to do with you.
The gods are indecisive assholes.
Well, I can't argue with that.
So here's the deal. With my newfound freedom, I'm going to be traveling quite a bit. What say you turn yourself into a backpack or satchel or something and come with me?
You'd know I'd just eat anything you put in me.
I pulled treasure out of your companion, and you guys don't eat everything that goes in you.
So basically you're going to use me as a poor man's bag of holding.
You get a designated cut of whatever I put in you.
Okay, fine. You got a deal. Turns into a backpack.
I now have a mimic companion.
Da-da-da-da.
Somehow. I didn't actually expect that to work.
Honestly, I didn't either.
Wait, then why did you let it happen?
Because it was way too interesting to pass up.
Okay, so do you have a name or...
Well, I mean, the boys called me Steve.
Very well, peasant. Your name is still Steve. Onward.
Steve the Mimic sort of joins the party.
Cue the fanfare.
Da 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 da.
Okay. Slithers out, looks at their employer. Well, this is Steve.
I don't know what to say about this. Let's just go
I
to
don't
the
either.
statue room.
Oh, most definitely.
Last time you were here, the statue was big, immaculate, made of marble, and appeared to be holding up the entire room like a pillar in and of itself. And it still looks exactly the same as he left it.
Wow, this didn't get touched one bit. Did anyone else ever come in here after I did, Steve?
One or two people before the dirt covered the entrance.
Do
I
you
ate
know the
one of
time
them.
span between? Ah, okay. Do you know... Hold on, do you still have anything good from that particular poor sap?
I don't know, let me check.
Steve comes with loot.
Get your very own Steve today.
How interested are you in metallic sporks?
Those could be useful, actually. Hang on to those. I might be able to sell those and get us some money. Yes, you'd get your cut.
Naturally.
I've imagined the giant tongue of a mimic just swirling around in there, sorting things.
Yes. Oh, that is a mimic pearl. I didn't realize I made one of those.
Mimic Pearl.
Sometimes the extra biomass gets converted either into a new mimic or into a pearl. As I recall,
I
the
know.
process of splitting into a new mimic is active, so mimic pearls are the passive result. Is that correct, Steve?
That is correct. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I've got 100 gold pieces. That could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly one platinum piece. I don't remember where I got that one.
What happened to the other adventurer?
I think he hid in the pitfall room.
Oh, that room. I had an easier time with that one, and given I could just slither around the edge.
Yeah, he kind of uses a tentacle while he just points out where the secret door is. Right there. Right where
And you
the card foot that touches that one is kicking that one guy's butt.
Okay, let's see.
Like, just feeling around, it does actually feel like there is, in fact, a door here.
Okay, who here's the strong one?
That would not be me.
I'm not especially strong, but I do have some strength.
Here, hands the sonic shovel. Use that. That's to try to pry the door open. See if it works.
Alright.
Specifically handed him the sonic shovel.
Roll a
Why is this
strength.
thing vibrating?
Roll a strength check.
She's just like, as he's holding it, why is it shaking?
Imbued it with sonic element.
Ah, okay.
I wonder what color the sonic element would be.
I always viewed it as a bit of a transparent gray.
Huh.
With a 17, you are actually able to partially pry it open. Yeah. But you aren't able to open it all the way because of some sort of mechanism holding it back.
Does the sonic shovel will help in this endeavor?
A little, but not enough to break whatever mechanism is holding it.
Steve, can you somehow get an eyeball in there to look around and see what the mechanism is?
Absolutely. It just kind of gets off of you for a second, slinks over there. Kind of moves almost like an ooze, really. Just kind of looks in there.
This is so fascinating.
Oh, so that's it. I think there might be a button or a pressure plate somewhere in here that controls this mechanism.
Anything you could do to dislodge the mechanism from your side?
Maybe, but I'm not sure if I want to ruin such beautifully crafted mechanisms.
This is fascinating. I was under the impression all mimics are mindless, ravenous, hungry beasts.
Well, most of us are. I just have to be a bit smarter than the average mimic.
What, did you eat, a wizard?
I might have once.
Just no comment.
Any chance you could slither through the mechanism to find? Any chance you could slither through the mechanism to find its source? Maybe rattle the plate a bit for us to find.
I can try.
Do wizards have
Just be careful, damn it.
a particular flavor?
The one I ate tasted like a goat meat, and old gamey meat.
Oh.
Also, probably lots of blood.
That kind of goes without saying. I don't think I can quite reach it.
Fair enough. Alright, come on back, Steve. We'll find it.
Gets back on your back.
Looks to the employer. Well, this is fortuitous.
I'd say it is. Right now, he's just patting the wall looking for some kind of button or switch. So, give him credit, he's trying to be useful.
Much appreciated there.
Helpful boss. What world are we in?
Well, he's in this for riches as much as you guys are. If he helps
How?
out.
Yay.
How big is the statue?
How big is the statue?
Well,
No,
put it
that
this
doesn't
way,
work.
it's roughly as tall as a Tarrasque.
Oh.
Roughly
That's
as
big.
tall as a Rask.
So basically, this is a big ass statue, made to look
How-
like it's
how
going
big
up
is
this
it?
whole ass ceiling.
How big is it smoothly?
Ha!
Zesk is going to search around on the statue's feet, specifically.
Interesting. Roll an investigation check.
Would it be possible for Steve to grow an eye stalk and have it look around as well?
That is well within his ability.
Would this count as the help action to give me advantage?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Or however help works in your system here?
Yeah, that's more or less how it works. Hey,
Okay.
Steve is helping you investigate.
Good thing, because that first roll was a nat 1. And let's see. Investigation is intelligence, yes?
Correct.
That is a 15.
With a 15, you and Steve are able to find that there's some kind of hidden mechanism under the thing's right big toe claw. It's pretty well hidden.
No wonder I didn't see it 600 years ago. Ah, young, foolish me. Before I became famous and successful.
Well, don't pat yourself on the back yet. Even I don't know what is ahead.
Yeah, true.
You got.
Everyone, get ready. Found it.
You guys flick the switch, and
Are you
indeed,
prepared?
the secret door finally opens.
It looks
Ask-
like it's a secret tunnel.
Yes.
Secret tunnel.
Goes over to the cat. May I have my shovel back?
Nope, it's mine now.
You may have one of mine.
I imbued that shovel.
I'm joking.
Takes the shovel. Steve, how much room do you have in there?
Takes the shovel. Is able to fit it
Gulp.
in.
Gulp.
Oh, that's gonna give me indigestion.
You're not eating it, you're storing it. Or is there no difference, really?
Functionally, not really.
Is it selective digestion? Do you literally just pick an item to digest that day?
It's more like I digest anything that happens to be made of living tissue.
So don't try to store meat in you for a while.
Don't try to store meat in me, period.
And then other objects are selective, I'm assuming.
Yes, for example, well, if this thing had a wooden handle, which that tastes like metal, that would be digested eventually.
Not as quickly as flesh, though.
No.
Might have to see if we can get you... Might have to see if we can work with that. I'm assuming the process doesn't start right away for things like wood.
It's a process. Plants in general are always a bit harder for anything to digest than flesh. It's just one of those things. Cellulose does not digest particularly well.
Noted. So I could put a wooden trinket in you and it would be fine for a while.
Yes. It'd be
Okay.
slimy and sticky when you got it out, but it could be fine for a while, yes.
Okay. Noted. Alright. Everyone ready? We should get Carlia.
I'm sorry, what?
They were saying they should go and get you, since, you're not with them at the moment.
Okay.
Who wants to go get Carlia?
I'll go get her.
You go,
Start
you go
flapping
towards
my
the...
way back up.
You go to grab Elf Girl, who is still at the carriage.
Oh,
We found a secret tunnel to a new chamber down there. We believe there is going to be treasure if you want in.
She muted. I think because there's too much background noise going on where she is. Either that or she got called away and didn't say anything.
How rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Elia, how do you respond to being summoned?
I really do apologize for the background noise. My man's brother and bestie are currently playing a card game while we are playing this game.
Cool.
Yeah, I hope they're having fun, but talk about bad timing.
I know, right?
What card game, by the way?
What's the card game called? Apparently they're playing Magic instead of the other one, which is Christian base game.
Christian game? What?
Yeah, there's a Christian game called Yeah, it's called Redemption.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, until they found it at a shop for games and comics and shit. I never heard of it either, so. You're not the only one.
Good to know. Alright, well, you are now being summoned to go check out a secret head tunnel in an old ruin.
Secret tunnel.
You're gonna hit me for 6.
So, are you going to go, Carlia?
Waits for a little bit, shrugs, goes.
Alright, well, now the gang can be back together.
Yay, I'll light the way for you.
The passageway into the next room is somewhat tight and cramped compared to the large open rooms you've seen so far. You guys are having to walk essentially in a 1-by-1 line.
I'll take up the rear.
That being
That'll
said,
take the front, I guess.
the walls are also a bit less ornate here, and are absolutely filled with what appear to be sarcophagi.
Zesk is gonna cautiously wave his staff in front of each sarcophagi as they move, just carefully. See if there's any reaction from the bones and the magic.
Nothing in particular, but it does give off a slightly spooky vibe, especially when the torch sconce is light up with purple flames as you guys move through it.
Al, remind me, what race have you made these ruins?
The now extinct Banig race.
Anig. And they were what kind of race?
They were a type of dragon folk.
Dragon folk, okay. Oh boy, these must be Banig sarcophagi. So, who knows, we might be heading into a main burial chamber.
Wow.
There's a stairway going farther down. Eventually, you manage to come into a large open room that definitely looks like a big burial chamber, where in the very back... Oh, poopy. Sorry, I hit something on my desk.
Is there a bronze replica of the landscape with flowing mercury as the water?
What?
No, this isn't.
In the tomb of Emperor Qin, there is supposedly a bronze replica of the landscape with flowing mercury for the water, but nobody has ever seen it because China doesn't want anybody opening the tomb.
I mean, I can get them not wanting to open the tomb.
Yeah.
So what is at the very back then?
Although we have found evidence that there is a high quantity of mercury in there.
Neat. So Al,
Alright, so, at the very back of the room, there is a very, very large crystal emanating serious magic. It is a perfect rhomboid-type crystal, sort of like the crystal that floats over the heads of Sims in The Sims, only it's a big-ass amethyst.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Zesk is going to be enamored with this, and he's done this before. He knows not to just rush. Burial chamber. Traps could happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's going
Yeah.
to carefully make his way over to it,
Yeah.
keeping an eye open for any obvious traps.
Yes, as I was trying to say, at the center of the room is a particularly ornate sarcophagus. It's surrounded by 6 others.
Oh, in that case, he's going to go to the sarcophagi. Well, hello. Do you lot see this?
Of
The
course I see it.
sarcophagi.
Do you have any understanding as to just how glorious this is?
No.
Well, if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say we have come across either a royal burial, or at the very least the burial of someone highly important to them.
I
Exactly.
think this definitely must be royal. The amount of uh I don't think that this amount of extravagance would be given to just any member of nobility.
You said there were 6 sarcophagi around the first?
Mm-hmm.
Would there be any significance to that particular number?
Not as far as you're aware.
So, are we just going to crack these open, see what we find?
Unboxing videos.
Oh no. Are you sure we should open them up right here? Is there any sort of what's the word? Uh precautions we should go through first?
Since he's done this before, do they tend to trap their tombs like this? In terms of, like, their main burial chambers?
It kind of depends on how important it is. You see, you bury them, and you've seen more elaborate ones like this where they have. Given how elaborate this one is, they probably do have a trap in here somewhere.
This one's so elaborate it's almost certainly trapped. The sarcophagi in particular.
Right. So maybe it's not a good idea to open them up. The sarcophagi are meant for preservation. So maybe we should take this more slowly.
I would like to check for traps.
Alright. Roll investigation.
Do I get any sort of bonus for having done this a few hundred years ago?
I'll give you a +2 for it, sure.
For familiarity with their certain type of contraptions they would use?
Mm-hmm.
Stay on the desk, please.
Oh my goodness, and this is also the tomb of an extinct race.
Yes, it is. I'm wearing rings that came from this very tomb.
The amount of intellectual value here alone.
Indeed. Who knows what we'll learn when we crack this open. That is a total of 20.
Nice. With a total of 20...
I'm gonna start putting dice that fall off the table in dice jail.
With a 20, you are able to discern. And not only that there's a buzzsaw trap underneath each and every one of the surrounding sarcophagi, but you're able to see that the middle sarcophagus has some sort of magical trap around it. You can't be certain what kind of magical trap, since, again, you cannot read these damn runes. Nobody fucking can. But you do know a magic circle when you see one.
Steve, you've been here a long time. Do you know what these things say?
Sorry, boss, I don't read Banig.
Uh,
But
okay, everyone, there is
well,
a. Oh,
okay,
go on.
that is not entirely true. I've been able to surmise the general meaning of a few symbols. Like, for example, that symbol there, or if I have gotten it straight, means water. That symbol, means either her wood or plant. And that symbol means fire.
Perhaps classes of
So,
magic users.
Duly noted.
sounds like a rock, paper, scissors sort of dynamic.
But that's only 3 of the symbols. It's not all the symbols.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, though, otherwise, I'm about as clueless as anyone. But I think that's more than most people would know, at least.
True. Al, which
Yes.
direction are these buzzsaws meant to pop out and slice up an individual?
Basically, they're meant to, like, come out of the floor and go up into you. Basically, like, just cutting you up crotch up.
So knocking the lids off the coffin from a distance would be safe.
Yes.
Okay. Hey then. Alright, so here's what we're working with. We have buzzsaw traps under each of these, and a magic trap of some sort on the main one.
Buzzsaw traps? That's quite elaborate.
Buzzsaws will come up from the floor and slice you to ribbons. So,
Well,
the simple trick, we just open them from a distance.
Right.
And I doubt that these things have crumbled to dust or rusted forgiving how well preserved this area is. So,
I could try to freeze the traps.
that might work, actually. Very well, peasant.
Yay, I get to do something. I will cast a ice bolt on the trap.
Alright, I'm not gonna have you roll for that. I mean, it's right in front of you and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I
How
will, however, have you
effective?
roll for damage. It's just for general purposes.
Okay. Uh, give me just a second.
Did anyone hear my cat meow?
I did not.
I did not.
I
Sorry,
could sometimes
bub.
hear her, but I didn't hear her in this particular moment.
Chefs.
Chevy.
Chevrolet.
Or purrs like a kitten.
We found her in a Chevy engine compartment. That's why she's got her name.
So that's why they're named. Interesting.
Yep. And the joke is, engine started.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Ice Bolt does 1d10 cold damage.
Thank you. I should have just asked. Seven.
Not too bad. But when your Ice Bolt hits it, you see, he does kind of jump out of the ground and then just kind of freeze in place. They're not even spinning or anything, they're just kind of stuck there.
Aha!
Is this one good to open?
I believe so. The Star is jammed.
Going to hold a hand open. Steve, sonic shovel.
Burp. Hands it to you.
Steve, shovel.
Scupple. Takes the shovel, so it is using it for a little distance, and pries it under one of the corners. Sonic shovel. Vibration ensues.
You're able to open the sarcophagus, inside of which is an extremely well-preserved body of one of these things. They are very tall, black-scaled, and even in death, somewhat alienly gorgeous.
Beautiful. Any grave goods?
Oh yeah, they're wearing some admittedly now old and tattered clothes, but it's pretty easy to see that these would have been gorgeous in their time. But other than that, they're wearing some bannig rings. They've got had a necklace, and they've even got some kind of scroll buried with them.
Star is going to take a sketch of the untampered corpse, so that, like, if anything happens to it, there is record of what it looked like when it was opened.
Zesk will actually respectfully wait for the sketch to be done.
Okay.
I'm curious as about that scroll first. Looks to the player. What about you?
Oh, absolutely.
When the sketch is done, Zesk is going to carefully reach in for the scroll. Carefully.
The scroll pulses slightly.
Ooh, magic. Definitely magic. He will open and read the scroll.
As one would imagine, it's written completely in bannig.
Steve, is it safe to put this inside you?
I'm gonna say probably. You know what, boss? Best not to risk
Alright.
it. At the I mean, it's paper, so, it's wet in there.
Okay, so in other words, going to keep it in my little side pouch as usual with most scrolls. Gonna see about getting that translated. And you said there was what else in there?
There's some bannig rings and a pretty gorgeous necklace, as well as some old tattered clothes that clearly used to be really pretty in their time.
Going to see if he can sense any magic from any of the other stuff in there.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
do you sense anything magic you can hear? He said Starry, not Steve.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
I didn't
Sorry,
hear.
I thought he said Steve.
I said
should
Starry.
Should I roll
Arcana.
Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana.
Alright. One Arcana from me,
Alright.
one Arcana from you. Arcana is
Intelligence.
again.
Yeah.
Alright. That's gonna be a +5. That's a 23 on my end.
Starry.
Yeah, I'm rolling. Just a sec. $13.
13. Alright, well. That's not awful, but, I mean, it's not great either. There's magic coming from one of the rings and from that amulet, too.
These are very foreign to me, but I can definitely feel a magical presence from the ring and the amulet.
What does Zesk get with a 23?
That was his result. I should have made that clear that was him feeling that. Sorry.
Okay.
Anything familiar about the magic? Like what school or whatever, or not quite good enough for that?
Well, you feel... Oh... What feels like enchantment, specifically, coming from that amulet. As for the ring, you're not entirely sure? Evocation, maybe?
They're not wearing these items, I hope.
No, they're wearing them.
Going to attempt to carefully take the ring off the finger.
No, we're home.
Welcome back, guys. The minute you touch the ring...
Wait, no, wait. Take it back before you get the result. Because I just had a bad feeling.
You had a bad feeling, and awkwardly enough, I bit my tongue right as you said that.
Ouch.
Ow, that was loud.
Sorry.
He's gonna reach for the ring, but then have a bad feeling, as I did. And go for the necklace instead, in case the necklace is enchanting the corpse.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright. The minute you touch the amulet...
Are you sure concerns me?
Okay. The minute I touch the necklace...
The minute you touch the necklace, two red balls of light appear in the eye socket, and the corpse begins to move.
Do I still have a moment to unclasp the necklace?
You can, if you want.
Yoink!
It's just... The creature stares at all of you, takes the sarcophagus lid, and puts the lid back on where it came from, as if it just didn't enjoy being woken up and wanted to go the fuck back to sleep.
Star just freezes in place, seeing it move, and then relaxes after it just goes back to sleep.
Zesk, holding the amulet, looks at the amulet.
That was incredible.
Did anyone else expect that? Because I didn't.
I had a suspicion would happen, but I wasn't. I was in no way positive.
Also, the tomb opens up again. It kind of looks at Zesk specifically and just holds his hand out for the amulet. Just looking very... very blasé, I guess.
One undead to another, can you speak?
Do
Do you speak common?
Not very well.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I am talking to you. Okay. So I understand clearly you want your amulet back.
I should spoke.
Shush. Communication. So clearly you want your amulet back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What does it do? I can tell it's got an enchantment on it. I'm curious.
Bravery.
A warrior's courage of a sort.
Kind of thinks about that for a second, nods a bit. Bravery.
And the
He
ring,
did say,
as he...
just taps the ring. It glows. Just very, quite brightly, I might add.
Ooh. Light show.
Taps it again. Light's gone.
Is that all it does, is light?
Light as needed.
Light as needed.
He did say he didn't speak it very well.
What did you do when you were alive? What was your status?
It kind of points to the central coffin. Protect priest.
He will hand the amulet back at that. So this was a priest's tomb.
Ah. I
The
wonder
worst kind of undead, a holy undead.
I wonder if the clergy would get angry at you while they're also undead.
I don't want to think about that. Is he the reason that you rise now?
Yes. Protect priest.
Would he rise as well? Well, the chance to talk to him would be fascinating.
Not. No.
Is there another language that you speak a little more fluently, by chance?
Just kind of looks down sadly.
But you can understand me just fine.
He kind of does a little hand motion that implies well enough.
Hmm. Damn the chance. Opportunity to learn or opportunity if new artifacts rages war within me.
As an archaeologist, I'd say the information is worth more than the physical treasure, but
True.
this is Anylkah we're talking about. He says that with a very clear, her sort of disdain for her money is everything culture. Which is interesting, considering he himself seems to be a man of wealth.
Is there any way we could learn your language quickly?
I would definitely be interested in learning a new language.
And this is a language that no one's spoken for longer than I've existed, in flesh or
Wow, it's
bone.
even more exciting.
We would be the first to know this in millennia.
The mummy clearly has an idea and points to one of the other 6 tombs. Check Kargan.
Didn't catch what you said.
He said, check Kargan, pointing to one of the other tombs, or one of the other coffins surrounding the main one.
Was Kargan that one's name?
Nods.
And your name?
Tura.
Was it Tura?
Yes, Tura.
Very well, Tura. Is there a way to open that without having to finagle with the buzzsaw trap?
shrug.
Starry. Ye peasant, if you would. A nice little bit of advice would be nice for that buzzsaw.
The. Oh, right, right.
Would you be for this to explain to Kargan
That's
why
in
we're
that
bothering
one.
him? Some instead.
I figure you should let him say what he's going to say. No
Fair enough.
need.
No need.
Hayes?
Okay.
Hayes? What? And you open... You are able to freeze the saw again. And the second... And the saws are frozen, the tomb opens on its own, and Kargan... seems to wake up of his own accord. And,
Oh, sweet goodness.
and though he's speaking bad, you actually hear a translation of what he's saying into common, so you actually understand what he's saying. Who disturbs my eternal slumber?
Yes, hello. Oh, my name is, Esk, and we wish to, well, Tora says that you would be useful for learning Banig. Gestures
Yes,
to Tora.
Oh.
I am very eager to learn.
Oh. I don't know if I can help you learn it quickly, but I do hold something that can help you talk to us more easily. Just points to a necklace he's wearing. My amulet of tongues.
Is that how we can understand you?
Yes. Well, it
But then
casts a
you'd
tongue
cease to be able to
spell.
understand us.
That may be true, but I'm guessing he's giving you this so you can talk to our leader.
I am genuinely fascinated. I visited this tomb over 600 years ago. Never found this room.
Well, then you didn't enter the tomb.
Well, the ruins. I visited the ruins 600 years ago.
Of course we're in ruins, why wouldn't we be?
Oh, your people are extinct, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course we are. Just kind of rubs
Long
his temple.
extinct.
He just rubs his temples as if nursing a headache. I'm undead. How am I having a headache?
I don't know. How is it? I don't know. I've yet to have one, thankfully.
He just takes
Says the
necklace
skeleton.
off. He just takes it off and gives you the necklace. Of course, he will.
Puts the necklace on and tries to communicate. Okay, so you can still understand me?
Yes, as long as you wear that necklace, anyone can understand you, and you can understand anyone.
Ooh. You could tell that his eyes would be lit up if he had eyes still.
It basically casts the tongue spell on whoever wears it.
I might be able to reverse engineer the
Cat's just gonna
imbuement
say
as well.
bone peasant in Waldorian.
Gives him a death glare. I heard that.
Had to make sure it worked.
Hasn't.
Bone peasant.
Silence.
No.
So, now how do we get past the defenses of your leader? Is sarcophagi?
I will take care of that for you.
Thank you kindly.
He clear his throat. Awakens Hold on. The Haruans glow, and the sarcophagus opens. Okay. Who calls on me? After all these years? Certainly. No one needs my help after all this time. No one's bothered me in over 1,000 years.
Are you able to keep track of time while you are asleep?
She can't understand you, only Zesk.
Hello there.
Only the Bone Boy.
A skeleton? I've never seen a
on
skeleton
the
with its
hat.
own mind before.
Zesk skeleton?
One moment. This is the worst possible time. I mean, because the dog is barking his head off. I'm going to take care of that very quickly and be right back.
Alright.
Would this be a good time for a water break anyways?
It wouldn't be a bad time.
That way everyone can be present and all that.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Okay, in that case, I'm going Actually, I'm going to stay right here. I'll make some tea afterwards. Because if I go out there right now, then like people are going to want to talk to me.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I'm assuming Al is still AFK?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. I went to go check on the dog. It was already taken care of.
Oh, good, good.
Yep, he started barking because my stepdad walked in.
Ah,
Yep.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
There he is.
Wah.
aye.
It's Waluigi time.
Wah!
Wah.
Wah! Anyways. Whenever you are ready, Al.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen a skeleton speak with its own will before.
Neither had I. Until it happened to me.
Don't worry, he's a puppet.
She can't understand you.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no, that was not in character.
Okay.
I just really wanted to make a callback to that.
Is that an Ampidora?
Wait,
Yes. Yes, it is in fact an Ampidora.
Huh. I haven't seen one of those since one came through in my city when I was alive.
Star can barely hold still, just like bouncing in place.
You can't understand her either.
No, I can't understand her, but I'm very excited seeing this happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yes. We are... Oh, well... explorers of a sort. But I myself visited these ruins 600 years ago.
Let me guess, you were confounded by our secret door. Yes, it's kind of it's a bit.
Yes, yeah. Yes, you can blame the mimic on my back for ratting you out on that one.
Mimics got in here?
And this one can talk.
Not the first time I've seen a talking mimic.
Steve, she's seen a talking mimic before.
Huh. I doesn't really know how to react to that.
So, question for you. Since you're... I'm assuming you are a priest of some sort?
High Priestess.
So you'd know much of the inner workings of your society.
Of course. I was in command of this entire city.
What is the purpose of the crystals? I visited many ruins of your people all over the years, and I've recognized these crystals time and time again, but this is the first time I've seen the main crystal.
It's actually a lot more mundane than you would think. They're a beacon to help us find our way back if we get lost.
Well, the beacon for this city has been uncovered again.
Oh, that's nice.
What was a beacon doing in a well?
I mean, it makes sense. Underground, out of the way. The well has another purpose of holding water.
It's actually not supposed to be a well.
Pedestal?
Closer, yes. That being said, even though it wasn't meant to be a well, I'd be lying if I said we didn't use it as one every now and then. After all, if something holds water, and the water is drinkable, you might as well use it.
So it was repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything... I've never thought I'd actually get the chance to speak to one of your kind. I plundered it for treasure and knowledge, but I never thought that I'd actually get to speak to a first-hand source.
Well, we aren't exactly... Well, our condition isn't exactly common. Only high priests and her entourages were ever mummified like this.
Okay, looks to looks to his employer and gives the translation, so he can take notes.
Which he does, quite diligently.
Does anyone have any questions for the High Priestess?
It's a no from me.
May I quickly take a sketch of her?
The Emperor wants to know if he may sketch you.
I'd be honored. I haven't been the subject of a piece of art for over 1,000 years.
Good. Would you like
he
to
will
propose?
give you didn't understand him. Her.
Oh,
You didn't
right.
understand.
Sorry. I'm getting over.
Yeah,
getting ahead of
you're good.
myself.
You're good. She's all for it. She'd be honored, in fact.
Star gets very giddy about it and asks if she would like to take a pose for the picture.
Would you
She's
like to
already
pose for the picture?
posing. She is already posing.
All right. He's going to start doing a sketch trying to capture the grandiose of her image.
While the sketch is going on, I must say, your bodies are in wonderful condition. Far better than,
Yeah.
well, myself.
We made sure of it.
Is this something in common to your Orkain's burials, or is this specifically because you're a high priestess and that they are your retinue?
As I already said, only high priests and their retinue are mummified like this. Everyone else, well, they are mummies, but not in the same way we are. If that
Standard
makes sense.
mummification.
Exactly. There's no magic to her whole thing. They're just dead.
Looks to his employer for a moment. Were you planning on asking for any artifacts that have reset? Sure, no. I could ask for permission.
Well, I mean, if she has anything she could spare.
Would this be going in a museum or anything of sort?
Oh, absolutely.
I would hope so.
Looks back to her. Would there be any artifacts that would be well enough to take and put in a museum, someplace they can be studied and recognized, seen by people once again?
Normally, I'm not exactly for people taking our stuff, but I suppose if you're going to be preserving it, and what little remains of our culture, such as it is.
You could as well probably be preserved longer.
You can't understand
If you
her.
were- Darn it!
Sorry, man.
It's okay. It's my fault.
He hands over a few iron banded coins, which are surprisingly not very rusty. Wait, they wouldn't be iron; they would be bronze. Sorry. Got my wires crossed.
I found banded coins in far worse condition than these, but these are almost pristine. He will get
Also,
go on.
Also, just a fun fact for buys: the pose she's doing is exactly the same pose that the statue in that one room was doing.
Oh.
Is the statue of her?
Only one way to find out.
I suppose when I go back, I should definitely compare it to the statue.
Noticing the O. Oh, did you notice something?
I just remembered where I had seen that pose before. The statue back in the room prior.
I can ask. I can ask about it.
Oh, right.
He will carefully hand the coins to his employer for preservation and study, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Also, fun fact about the coins, they're hexagon-shaped.
Nice.
Hexagon.
Is the stat... Is the... Go on.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Is the statue out there yours?
If by mine you mean a statue of me, yes, it is. I was so beautiful back then.
From an archaeological and scientific perspective, if you're beautiful now still.
Visibly blushes.
And capable of showing emotion in the form of blushing. Fascinating. Are you getting this down? Looks to his employer.
He nods.
I'm assuming much scribbling in a notebook.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he is being calmer than you would expect most people to be, but still very, yeah.
Diligent.
Yeah, like, his notes are quite legible, but he's still just very That's just excited.
If I may, High Priestess,
Hmm?
you never did give us your name.
Ursa
Is this the DM
Selga.
script? What?
Ursa Selga.
Ursa Selga. A beautiful name. Fitting.
I'll write that down in general OC.
Thank you. Tell me, High Priestess Ursa Selga, is there anything you would be willing to pass on in terms of knowledge, magic, anything? I myself am an expert on enchantments, imbuing, and curses. I'd be fascinated to learn anything you have to teach.
Do you know anyone who's good with transmutation? Not in this group, you don't.
Not amongst this particular grouping, unfortunately.
Well, you can have this anyway. Yeah, is he? Who another? A different scroll. This scroll contains a secret of our gold bending abilities.
Gold is a very bendable metal.
You don't
He looks at
understand.
it.
Oh, like she wouldn't have understood that.
He looks at it with his jaw kind of dropped.
With the
You
spell contained in the scroll, we could shape and bend gold as if it were her water.
Is there a way to learn this without using any magic from the scroll, so that it stays preserved?
We're giving you the scroll so that you can hopefully learn to translate it and well, actually put the spell back into circulation. Since we're all dead, there's no sense in keeping it secret like we did it all of our time, now is there?
Is there any way you'd be able to help us learn the language proper?
Or
So we don't have to...
Better
Oh?
yet, I could have one of my men teach you the spell itself.
The gold bending or tongues?
Well, I was talking about the gold bending. But that being said...
Would be more convenient and we can give the amulet back.
I don't know if you're powerful enough to learn the tongue spell. Because, out of character...
What rank is tongues?
It's actually a tier 3 spell.
Ah, okay. I'd be honored to the ways of gold bending.
Gold bending?
Would you want any of us to learn it as possible?
At least one of you certainly should.
To bend gold as if it were something much less.
To basically just, shape it as if it were clay.
Between that and my ability to imbue artifacts.
I know exactly who could teach you this. Yes.
Another of your retinue?
Yes. Varth! Wake the fuck up.
Did you say
Varth!
Varth?
Varth.
Varth.
God,
Tries to sit up. Bonk. Ow!
You know what? I like that. Just boom. Ah! Head. Ah, fuck. Right. Sarcophagus lid. Varth, you fucking donkey.
I'm sorry, that's too good.
He opens up the sarcophagus, just holding his head like, that hurts.
If you said something, I couldn't hear it.
He was just kind of complaining about how much that hurt.
Undead that can feel pain. Fascinating.
What would you have of me, my lady? Teach them how to
You
bend
not told me?
gold. Are you quite sure that's one of our species' greatest secrets, my lady? Yeah, well, our species is all dead, it turns out. Might as well have our culture live in some regard.
Nothing but its ruins.
The other priests aren't going to like this, my lady. Well, they can stuff it. This isn't their city now, is it?
And the other priests are dead anyways. Pretty sure I've seen a few of their tombs.
How did you ever get past them? They would have guarded their tombs.
Well, they're ruins at the very least. I hadn't realized at the time that at each one of those ruins I had visited had separate its areas.
Well, not all of them would have, presumably. But a great many of them were probably cities at one point. This one sure was.
Well, for the ones that I know I saw tombs in, I was doing this for a very long time. Exploring in ruins, collecting artifacts and knowledge, selling said artifacts and knowledge. Had to make a living somehow.
We all make our livings as he must.
I was once almost the most powerful man in Anylkah.
And a what now? She's old enough that she wouldn't know what that is.
Anylkah, it's the name of this land.
Oh, of course, there's a new empire out here. Of course there would be.
Land of commerce, trade, aid, and general wealth. The richest rule, the poorest serve. The richest of them all rules the country.
That sounds easily exploitable.
Actually, there was quite a bit of honor amongst us, amongst the ruling class about it. I was the reason they broke that rule.
I'm not sure what that says about you. More about them, for that matter.
I wasn't the one sentenced to die just to kill one man.
She doesn't comment on that. You get the feeling she isn't sure what to say about it.
Translation: Zesk was the good one. Zesk was the good one. That king was a bad.
So you are almost a king.
With luck, I will be again. Well, I say luck. With skill, I will be again. But neither here nor there.
The priestess is staring at the large amethyst. I'm impressed that it still works after all this time.
Do they usually run out?
You know, there's one thing I imagine he would probably ask about the runes at the top of the quote-unquote well.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to quit for the night.
We should
Oh,
probably start winding down anyway. It's 10:30 at this point.
Yeah,
11:30
on my
here.
side it's 8:31.
All right, rest well, Carlia.
take it easy.
And it's not that I'm gonna be going to bed. I have to run to the store for paper plates so we can all, like the four of us over here, can have cinnamon rolls.
Ooh. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy.
Trust me, I will, because I will be stealing some of my man's Kit Kat ice cream.
Nice.
Enjoy, you wonderful thief.
I am not a butthole, you shithead. Simon, you did not get a sign. You did. I can't speak English today anymore. Try again tomorrow.
Have a good one, Carlia.
Yeah, have a great night.
I'll try with all the comedy.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.
All right, so. But yes, Zesk would in fact ask, what do the runes around that beacon mean? By the way.
Runes? Oh, right, those. I almost forgot about those. The runes are mostly just there to show that the beacon is working at the proper capacity. If they start dimming, it means that we need to do maintenance.
They were flickering when we came down. That was after we uncovered the beacon, though.
Oh. Were they off when you came?
They were, however, one of them did react to my staff, and he will very proudly show off that staff of bones.
Well, they are essentially meant to detect magic, although a very specific source of it. So hitting it with a different source of magic probably would have had some sort of effect, I suppose.
What was to detect?
Like I said, they're essentially there to help us know when to maintain this power source. Which I imagine it probably would need maintenance after all this time, but we're usually a bit busy being dead to maintain it.
How does one maintain such a thing?
Usually we just keep it clean and recite whatever spells we need to, since we're kind of the only ones who can at this point. We wake up about once every century to make sure that happens. Although I suppose enough dirt piling up in the well would have blocked it, so maybe that's why they went out.
Well, it's unblocked now.
Then the
Wait, I
runes
still
should
can't
start
understand what
glowing
they're
again
saying.
properly soon.
So, gold bending.
Yes, Varth will teach you. It is Varth, who, by the way, is wearing some very ornate copper plate armor, which the copper is aged, but an aged copper still looks hella good.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of sits in front of you, and it seems like all of these guys are really tall and lanky.
What I wouldn't give to see your species in its heyday.
In all fairness, what you're seeing isn't that far off. Now then, he just takes the scroll that she was going to give you, pulls out a block of gold from his satchel, and begins to explain the process. So the first thing you're going to need are these particular hand gestures.
I'm assuming you must have magical aptitude either.
Well, of course. Usually you'll want aptitude in transmutation magic, such as I have. I was quite a transmuter in my time.
I see.
But theoretically, any magic user can do this. Well, with enough training. Usually we would be chanting a particular mantra as we do this, although, considering it's in our native tongue, and sure, you can understand us at the moment, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to accurately do the chant. You might have to make your own. But essentially, what the chant boils down to is telling the gold I shall shape you. You shall become beauty itself within my hands, and I shall make it so. I know that sounds a bit redundant, but it sounds less redundant in our tongue.
I see.
You can make your own sort of version of that chant if you need to, and then you just pulse her will through it. Give it a few nice rubs, and usually after about a minute or so, after about a minute of him just kind of stroking it, you see he had just kind of turned into almost goo, and he just starts shaping it like it's clay.
As he is watching this, Zesk is actually going to pull out a gold coin in from his bag and just goes over it repeatedly and just kind of mutter that something similar or to that. Just focus on that as he's learning this. See if it does anything.
You kind of feel something starting to give, but you feel like you're going to need more practice with this. But it's good to know that you think you might be able to get it to work after a while.
Well, I've certainly bent a gold coin out of shape.
I mean, you can do that with brute force. Gold is rather soft after all.
Do you really think I have brute force to me?
Kind of looks up and down.
Run.
Okay, good point. He then and just proceeds to a very fine, intricate ring, as only the Banig would have been able to make in their time. And now you know how they did it.
He looks to his employer. This a new Banig ring.
So it is.
And a new authentic Banig ring. You know
Yes,
how many
I am
knockoffs
ready.
there are?
I know, and none of them ever look as good as the real deal.
Any historian with his salt would be able to tell this is real, despite how new it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that we would be allowed to keep the ring to display it for people to see?
Before you asked, he was already molding it back into a bar. Oh.
Never mind then. It's fine. It's fine. Knowing the technique is one thing. Learning the style can be another challenge of its own.
We would personally encourage you to come up with your own style, but yes.
What other knowledge do you have for us? Does anyone else have any question? You, cat! Do you have questions for them?
Not part-
Very well. You, feathered peasant! Do you have questions for them?
I have so many questions, and I don't know where to start.
Did you almost say you have so many peasants?
It was a slip of the tongue.
Ha! I don't even have one of those anymore. Well, ask your questions, I shall
Can't seem to
translate.
shut up.
I have a question. What does this mean for all the other Urbanic ruins? Also, more importantly, what do you call this place? We've been calling this place the Anylkah Well. Huh.
You will translate that.
She kind of thinks about that for a second. Huh. So that's what they're calling it these days? I'm not sure why the word Anylkah came to your mind, but that is actually similar to a word in our tongue. Not a word we'd name a city after, but a word.
Then what does Anylkah mean? Or at least the word it's similar to.
It means... It means ass, basically.
He asked well. And that's just an out of character thing.
Interesting.
Oh. Looks to his employer. That roughly translates in their language to ask well.
That's kind of funny, but I also don't want to laugh.
And should probably tell Olivia, fellow associate, it's an interest in the banner, to try and convene to change the name.
The name of the actual
Sounds
name
like...
of this... Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, Aswell. That sounds like it could mean, oh no.
So, that's not what the city is called.
We mean,
The city
oh
is,
no.
The city is actually called Skara.
Does that translate to anything?
It basically just means shining. But he called it Shining City, but literally it just means shining.
The actual name of this place is Skara. It means shining.
Oh, much better.
Employer taking notes?
Oh, absolutely. So, really, we should be calling this place Skara Well. Even though it's straight out of a well, but still.
Landmarks.
Shining beacon? I feel like that makes more sense now that we know that it's a beacon and
They're-
people they're supposed to shine.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or we could just call it by its proper name again.
I wonder, how much of the city is buried now?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
There-
More than
there's
it was
enough-
600 years ago.
Can you even tell this place was a city?
Would the answer be yes for Zesk, given he was around 600 years ago?
Even when you were around, you couldn't tell this place was a city.
Not a city, but it certainly wasn't as destitute as it is currently.
The marches of time. I know I've been in here for over 1,000 years, but how long have we been down here? Don't answer that.
He was like, he actually had his mouth open about to. Like, he actually had a finger raised in the air, like he was about to just do a oh.
But yeah, to say it's been a long ass time would be an understatement. They would have been down here for well over 2,000 years, as opposed to the at least one she already knew about.
You sure you don't want to know?
I really don't think I do. I don't think I'm prepared to know the answer.
Duly noted.
Like, you can just tell that she is just absolutely dreading the answer.
Hmm.
Huh. Actually, wow. I forgot. They've literally been here in prehistory, so in all honesty, depending on when this city was built, they could have been down here for more than 3,000 years.
Oh my.
I need to do some establishing here. Hang on a second.
Shouldn't we be wrapping up?
Oh, good point. He's,
You can establish off camera.
yeah. Well, if there's nothing else, we should attend to the crystal. And you all should be going somewhere else. Certainly not here. We aren't meant to be active like this.
It's not draining whatever power allows you to do this, I hope.
Yes and no. We can't stay awake for too long, but it does recharge.
Okay, so it's not as if when you stay awake too long, you can never come back.
No. After all, we have a sacred duty to protect the great treasures of particularly this room. Speaking of which, we're going to get that necklace back, if you don't mind.
Right, of course. And he will, he hesitates for a moment because he's getting to talk to them, and it's not a selfish hesitation, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. If it makes you feel any better, if you find another tomb of our people, well, I'm sure there are other high priests that would be willing to speak to you, and others who most likely wouldn't, but...
Safe to assume, leave any treasures we find in this room.
We would certainly prefer that, yes. If you took anything out of this room, we would kind of be duty-bound to attack you. And I really don't think any of us want... And I sincerely don't think any of us want that fight.
Has forgotten that he has one of their scrolls on his belt and has not been confronted about it by the individual he took it from. Has forgotten over the course of this conversation.
Speaking of
Al,
which,
that's meta.
I know, but I'm sure one of them would have noticed
It's
he
meta.
has a scroll. You're not wrong, but I'm sure one of them would have noticed.
Have they been rolling perception checks?
I should at least.
Have they even noticed it's been missing?
I'll at least roll a perception check for one of them. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, this is almost gone over for an hour.
Yep. By the way, I can't help but notice that you have one of our scrolls.
Oh. Right.
It
It was in Tora. It was in Tora sarcophagi. Hey.
Oh, you know what? You can have that one. It's not that important.
Oh. What is it?
Oh, it's a list of Torah. A piece of history, you could say. All of them have one.
If you'd rather it be kept here, I can leave it.
Actually, I'll make you a deal. If you can get it translated and written down for one of your museums, I'll let you keep it until such a time, and then bring it back when you have his story written. After all, people deserve to know of our lives and what life was like during our time.
He will give this translation and this deal to his employer.
You've got a deal, miss.
He accepts, and he will hand the
Excellent.
scroll to his employer.
Excellent. We wish you the
What?
best of luck in translating our tongue. It will not be easy.
Of course. And again, there's that slight shake of his bones with the hesitation to hand over the amulet, because this is such a experience for him.
Mm-hmm. But yes, eventually though, they do take back the amulet and give it back to its rightful owner.
He does as he's before he takes it off.
Mm.
It has been an honor to see the inner, the sanctum, the inner tomb of this place. It's beautiful.
I'm surprised to have found. Sorry, I was just gonna say I'm surprised to have found somebody that Zesk actually respects.
How did that sketch come along, by the way? How did that sketch go?
Should I roll on that? What kind of a roll would that be?
Well, he's been doing it this entire time. Does he even need to roll, Al?
I feel I could have him do it at least to perhaps sleight of hand. I believe that's how he ruled it last time.
Is that dexterity?
Yes. And if he rolls poorly, I can give a perfect reason why.
She moved during the painting.
7.
No. You've been so in awe of this entire situation that it's been hard to concentrate on the art itself. Yeah. So the sketch didn't come out too great.
He's much better than that artistic. Usually, I swear.
Or does it fail?
Well, I mean, I'd be awe-stricken too.
She's awe-stricken too. He will thank her for the opportunity, and he will he'll make one more
keep talking over
You first.
each other. Time, it was not meeting you.
He will make one last comment to. You can't understand her.
Damn it! I can't do anything here.
Ah! Zesk holds all the power. He will make one more comment about the beauty of this place, and a casual comment about her individual beauty as well, before removing the amulet and handing it back to its rightful owner.
Yeah, they each get back into the sarcophagi to recharge the spell on them.
Well,
And also, the traps around them reset.
well. I guess.
That was the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen.
It's definitely the most amazing thing I have ever seen.
And that is where
That's-
Oh, go ahead.
Yep, go on. Go on.
I was gonna say that's
Can
where
do
we're
this
gonna
later.
stop tonight.
Alrighty.
Well,
I had fun.
me too.
I'm sorry I took so
As did
much to. I'm sorry I talked so much.